I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. Okay, guys, if you are looking at my YouTube shorts, I actually have a couple of stories that have come out of this area. This area, for whatever reason, had a number of shootings there, and this was one of them. Okay, I think I covered a one in my shorts, and then there was another one that I covered also. All right, but anyway, this one is titled "Man Accused of Shooting at Wife, Baby, and Wake Forest Parking Lot. Wife Grateful for Bystander Who Fired Back." I definitely want to get into this story. I have not seen it. It's going to be my first reaction to this, guys. But before we do, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Remember, we're still on that road to 1,000 subscribers. Only way we can get there is with your help. And please hit me on mine, TruthSocial, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And guys, let's just dive in.
In a nearby neighborhood.
Police say this all happened in Wake Forest. CBS 17's Maggie Newland talked to the woman who police say was the target of those initial gunshots. Maggie.
Rod and Angela, a man accused of shooting at his wife and child, is now in the Wake County Jail. And his wife tells me she is grateful for a stranger who stepped in to help.
This woman named Sherry has a message for a man she doesn't know.
Thank you so much for saving me and my son.
About 9 o'clock Saturday night, Sherry says she was in the parking lot of this Wake Forest shopping center with her husband, Mirza Zukanovich, and their 16-month-old son when they got into an argument.
He got angry, jumped in the driver's seat. I have a concealed carry. He took my gun.
She says her husband fired, and she could only think about one thing:
protecting my son. Grabbed him and bear hugged him and just ran.
She screamed for help. Police say a man with a concealed carry permit grabbed his gun and fired a shot towards Zukanovich.
I think that scared him enough, and that's why he took my car and left.
He didn't get far.
He was coming in this way, curved left and went right up through the bushes, and then took a sharp right down towards the houses and then hit the tree.
Anna Davis lives a few minutes from the shopping center. The car crashed just outside her home.
My husband ran out. He had some medical training with the Army, so he came up to help.
Hours later, she says she realized it was the same person accused in the shooting from the shopping center parking lot.
Guys, let's stop it there. Very interesting. So here, we cannot make the case that, hey, you ladies need to be out there to protect yourself, right? Never in a million years, if you're in a loving relationship, or even a one that is a little bit tested, because they all get there, okay, you wouldn't think that the partner would grab your gun from you. It just, sometimes it doesn't cross your mind. And do we want to think like that? Even if we have to remotely think like that, I don't think we belong with that person. Okay? But that was her husband, that was the father of her children, or maybe could be the father of children, maybe not. But my goodness, folks. Let's cover the other part of this. You as a man who fires or even chasing in any way, making a woman with a child run in fear that way. I know this is one-sided. We only seeing it from his point of view. But I think if the self-defender had to take a shot or make a shot on behalf of this lady, the self-defenders, guys, people who step in, majority of them know the law. I would think majority of them know the law, know a bad situation when it's coming down, and versus let it happen, they take preemptive measures to make sure that, hey, that particular person does not get hurt. And we don't even know either if that man had the firearm, the husband, okay, in his hand. Well, we do now, because I guess that she waved it. No. See, this would be guessing. Okay? Did he wave the firearm at her when he took it? When she left, did he point the gun at her? This is based on what she said. Obviously enough, she felt enough to run in fear for her life with the child in here and in her chest. I would say that this guy who stepped in, he is the hero. He is the good guy. And we need good guys to step in. We do. Okay? And it's fantastic to hear this. It's good to hear this. Yes, she's on camera. I know a lot of people would elect not to be, but she's telling her story in the way that she knows. Okay? We definitely, investigation will come out. But if this is the case, then that guy is a bad person. If he is a father to this child, he is a terrible father. Terrible. How could you do this? How could you do this? You men, you gotta stop letting these women rile you up like this. I know it is perfectly within their ability to do it, okay? But don't let these women get you to the point where you're going to do something stupid. And remember, some of our mistakes will be with us for a very long time. Please don't do this. Man, let's hear the rest of the story.
Police say they arrested Zukanovich after the car crash. He faces multiple charges related to the gunfire and the crash. Sherry says she's grateful for the man who came to her aid.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to thank you, but I really, as someone who has a concealed carry, and I don't know if I could even act like that in that situation. And he's an angel.
And I did speak with that man who says he fired at the suspect. He did not want to go on camera and says he does not want any recognition, but he said he was afraid for that baby and he had to do what he could. We're live. Maggie Newland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Maggie, thank you.
Now, what a good guy, right? And she has highlighted him as a good guy, and we confirmed that yes, the husband did take a shot at her, and so that's why he fired. And that's a good enough reason to discharge your firearm. Okay? Instead of walking into something that you may not even think is going on, or you may think that's going on, but obviously he was in fear of the child's life. I think anybody would. And I think most men, I think, would definitely, I would say most men will step in to defend a child more so than a woman. These days, that's what I believe. Okay? But you guys can comment on that. You can disagree with me. I have no problem with that. But guys, good video. I am glad that this woman and her child were able to make it out alive. And I if this man is the father, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm trying to be a little bit compassionate towards him, but I think there's no excuse for shooting at your own child. If he really is the father. Okay? No matter of fact, even he's the husband. You don't do this. What could she have done that warrants you to shoot at her? What could she have done? Even if she cheated on you, Papa, you leave. You say, hey, I'm done. Ay. Well, guys, in this case, we know good people carry guns, right? Even she herself, she carries concealed, and she says she understands the culture between carry concealed people, because we carry not only in the defense of yourself, but also in the defense of others. I don't know about you guys, but I carry my firearm in the defense of, yes, myself and my family. That's the number 2 reason. The number 3 reason is, yes, for the safety of others. But the first reason is because I have the freedom to carry a gun. It all boils down to the right for me. Okay? It is freedom that allows me to carry a firearm. Okay? Anyway, guys, good people have guns. We know this. Good people should always have guns. It should never be anything different. If it is, we will be living in tyranny. It will be a completely different landscape, and I don't want to be in that landscape. We got to fight for what we have here. There is election time season. Season is coming up to vote for the president. Guys, this is my pitch to you. You got to do something. If you want to change your environment, you do have to, at some point in your life, get political. And I think that time is coming up. So, please, good people carry firearms. Good people should have guns. Good people should always have guns. Because if good people do nothing, there will be no good guys.